purposes of time, we'll shut off their sound at this point. Okay, now, as they went down the ship, they got outside, they began to march in formation. Just keep doing it, I'll tell you to stop. Clacto and Nicto were their leaders. They marched towards the old woman's house as if they were an army on the move, which is exactly what they were, a Zirin army on the move to investigate Halloween. And the signal in the studio for that was, stop. As the Zirins moved into position among the bushes and shrubs that grew in the yard beside the old woman's front door, one of Nicto's 12 feet got caught on a branch, and the other 11 feet, you get that? You get 12 feet? One got caught on the branch, the other feet slipped out from under him, and he went down. And he fell with a thud. I'll help you. Come on, we'll get a thud. Yeah, ready, go. Oh, that's a good thud, all right. Nicto picked himself up, dusted off his 12 pant legs, and rejoined his Zirin troops. Be cautious, my friends. Watch where your 12 feet are going, or you too will fall, said Nicto. Now, once in position, Klaatu, who was crouched down beside the old woman's front door, leapt toward the door and tried to turn the doorknob. It was locked. I'll use the power of my very special Zirin brain to unlock the door, Plato said. Now, Plato was just about to unlock the door with a powerful energy wave from his brain when all of a sudden there was a sound of laughing and giggling from a large group of people. Now Plato was about to unlock the door with power, excuse me, I already read that. Plato and his Nicto and all the Zirin soldiers instantly hid in the bushes and began to observe the behavior of these strange-looking little earthlings. Inside the house, the old lady heard them coming. She was very excited and moved towards the front door carrying a plate of chocolate chip cookies. She waited for the knock on the door, and then it came. And the door opened. And all the trick-or-treaters yelled, "Trick-or-treat!" Great! All right, you guys are good. The old lady laughed and told all the children how wonderful their costumes were, and then she let each of them take some delicious chocolate chip cookies. Many small hands reached toward the plate and snatched up the treats. It seems the old woman had a long reputation of having the best chocolate chip cookies in South Berwick, and everyone wanted at least one. The children all smiled to her and said, "Thank you!" It was then that Plato ordered his crew to carry out the scare test. We'll get ready for this one. He wanted to see if these weirdly dressed little earthlings enjoyed being frightened on Halloween, or were they simply in it for the sugary foods. The scare test involved clanging a large bell and loud moaning, and he looked at his men and yelled, "Now!" and the cowbell, and the loud moaning, "Whoa!" The children began very frightened and ran down the path through the front gate and away from the old woman's yard as fast as their little feet could carry them. The old lady, still in the doorway, heard the sounds, but could not see the Zirins, for they were well hidden among the trees and shrubs. You see, they were only as tall as your thumb. And so it was not difficult for them to hide. She said, "I don't know who you are, or what you are, or where you are, or why you scared those little children. But how would you like to be scared?" she said. And she picked up her gong that was beside her front door as sort of a decoration, and she gave it 2 wicked whacks. It was then that the frightened Plato ordered his crew to retreat to the Zirin spaceship Allo for immediate evacuation from Earth. "Run away," he said. The Zirins began running and leaping through the bushes. Nicto ordered the last 2 crew members in line to fire their ray guns up in the air so that anyone following them might go back. When they arrived at the ship, the frightened Zirin ran up the ramp to the Allo, pulled it into the ship, jumped into their seats, and of course buckled their seatbelts for safety. Klaatu gave the order to take off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Activate engines for liftoff from planet Earth. Goodbye, Earth. Plato set our course for Galaxy, Statomania, and the planet Zero. Let's go home. Meanwhile, back at the old woman's house, she sat in her fireside chair, staring at the empty plate that was once filled with chocolate chip cookies, and thought, this has been a different kind of Halloween indeed. Maybe it is because of that full haunted moon. Strange things always happen when the moon is full on Halloween. I hope the children like my cookies, and that my pet mouse, Rocky Beach, enjoyed his cheese. The old lady leaned back in her chair and fell asleep in the sound of the distant ocean waves on the shoreline. Keep it going. Oops. I hit the wrong cue. I'm out. I just lost my job. I lost. Okay, that's the end of the place.